All right, greetings, YouTube. Beautiful mind here. So we have the following question that comes from our text for college algebra. We're using Rati McWater's pre-calculus text. It's for college algebra 2. This comes from section 3.1, question 47. Is 16,000 is deposited in a bank account paying 3% compounded monthly. What amount would be in the account after 4 years? How much interest will be earned during the 4 years? Right. So this sounds like compound interest. So the compound interest formula that we've been using, let's see the future amount. So the future amount based on time is going to be principal times 1 plus r over n to the power of n times t. Let's fill in the different components that we're given. If we go back through, it says 16,000 is deposited, so that's our P. So then P is 16,000. It pays 3% compounded monthly, right? So the 3% is our rate. Okay. Now, rate is supposed to be expressed as a decimal. So the percent symbol, you can look at it as per 100. So then if you basically say 3 times 1 over 100, this is going to be the same as basically move the decimal to the left twice, 0.03. So the rate has to be expressed as a decimal. It says compounded monthly, right? So that's our n is our number of compoundings. So if it's per year, so then if it's compounded monthly, then n is going to be 12. It says what amount of time, so that means our t is our unknown, right? Wait, what amount, sorry, I don't know why I said what amount of time, but what amount would be accounted after 4 years? So our time is 4 years. And we're trying to solve for basically a of 4. That's our unknown. Okay. So then we can plug in these different components into our formula. Okay. So then a of 4, the amount after 4 years is going to be 16 to 16,000 times 1 plus the rate as a decimal is 0.03 divided by the compoundings is 12 to the power of n, which is 12 times the number of years, which is 4, right? And then from this point, this is calculator problem at this point. Let's see if we can. There we go. All right. So then in my calculator, I'm going to type, let's do it like this. 16,000 parentheses 1 plus 0.03 divided by 12 to the power of, now I'm going to do, I want this operation to happen before we take the exponent. So I'm putting this exponent in parentheses. So that way it does the 12 times 4 first, and then whatever answer we get, that's going to be our power. Okay. So, use of parentheses and having a sense of order of operations is important when you type it in a calculator like this. So then we get a result. We get $18,037.25. And again, we had to round, so this is an approximation. we rounded to the nearest cent. And then the second part, it says how much interest will be earned during the 4 years. So they went from 16,000. So then basically our interest is going to be our future amount minus the principal. So that's going to be the 1837. Oh, and this needs to be a decimal here. All right, 25. 1837.25 minus 16,000. So we can just hit minus 16, 1, 2, 3, 3. Then so the interest earned that we get is $2,037.25. Okay. So yeah, this is, again, just to kind of recap, this was an example on compound interest. We identified the parts given. First, we identified the proper formula to use. Then we identified each piece of information they gave us. We identified what's our unknown, what are we trying to solve for. So we had one unknown and one equation, right here. We had one unknown, which was this guy, and one equation. So then we were ready to solve. Every time we have an unknown, we need an equation. Again, we only had one unknown, so we only needed one equation. And then from there, it was really just, having everything in the proper form. Remember, because rate has to be in a decimal, expressed as a decimal. The time is in years, right? And then from there was in the calculator, this is what we got. And then for the interest earned, it was the future amount minus the starting amount to give us the amount of interest earned. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. All right. So on that note, we're going to end the session here. And from one beautiful mind to another, enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, guys, take care. Peace.